All over, we have plants going up of different kinds. We have the greatest economy in the history of our country. Last month, we created another 263,000 jobs, crushing expectations. The Wall Street geniuses said maybe 160. That's pretty good, by the way. No, we beat them by a lot. And since the election, we created nearly 6 million jobs, including 57,000 new oil and gas pipeline construction jobs. And in 2018 alone, America added over 150,000 brand new energy jobs. And I told you, great senators, that if we get elected, if I win my race and we get it just the way we want it, and I think we're going to win it big, I'm looking at the competition. You sort of dream about competition like that, but who knows? Who knows? I got Buttigieg. I got them all. I got Beto. Beto's falling fast. What the hell happened? Remember about four weeks ago, he said, I was made for this. He was made for it. He was made to fall like a rock. What happened to him? But he's trying to restart his campaign. That generally doesn't work out too well. Political geniuses, when you have to restart your campaign, history has said that that does not work out well, right? History has said that that's trouble. But he's going to restart his campaign. But I'm looking at it. I don't know what the hell happened to Biden. What happened to him? I'm looking. I said, that doesn't look like the guy I knew. What happened to him? And Bernie, you know, Bernie's crazy. Bernie's crazy. But Bernie's got a lot more energy than Biden, so you never know. No, Bernie's got a lot of energy. But it's energy to get rid of your jobs. He's got the opposite energy that you produce. Not good energy. You don't like his energy. But, you know, so it's going to be one of these people. Pocahontas, I think, is probably out. Boy, you got some beauties here. 350 million people, and that's the best we can do. I don't think so. Even as Democrats, I could pick better than that. In the first quarter of this year, the economy grew an annual rate of 3.2%, smashing projections. Remember, they thought it would be about 1. First quarter is always the lowest. They thought it would be about 1. And then the day of, they said, but, you know, we're doing really well, but maybe it'll be up to 2, maybe 1.5, right, fellas? And then it came out 3.2, and everybody was freaking out except me. I said, you know, we're doing really well. And again, the first quarter is always the weakest. Almost always is the weakest quarter. So 3.2%. Now, when I ran, they were all saying, you can't say 3%. And last year, we hit 3% for the year. And we had 1 month at 4.2%. And frankly, if interest rates would come down a little bit, we'd do it 5%. If I get a little help, need a little help. Got to get my little help there. I'm not going to be a wise guy. I want a little help. Little lower interest rate, a little quantitative easing, just a little bit, we'd hit 5. Unemployment is at its lowest rate in 51 years. African American, Asian American, and Hispanic American unemployment have reached all-time historic lows, never lower in the history of our country. So let's say, right? So let's say I'm on the debate stage and we start talking. And I say, well, you know, we have the lowest rate ever for African American, for Asian, for Hispanic. All I have to do is say that and walk off the stage. I guess you win the debate. Who's going to beat you on that? In the history of our country, they're the best unemployment rates. And for the first time in a very long time, wages are actually rising. I would talk during the campaign that people that worked 21 years ago, one job, would make more than they were making 3 years ago before I got things going. And they would make more money from 21 years ago than they did 3 years ago, and they had 3 jobs and 2 jobs. And now they're making money, and they're also having choice. You know, I got the veterans' choice. First time in 44 years, the veterans have choice. Where they can go pick a doctor if they have to wait online for 4 weeks. They can go pick a doctor instead of waiting for 2 days. 3. If they have to wait, they go out, pick a doctor, and we pay the bill. And we actually, I don't want to say because I don't do it for that reason, but we actually saved a lot of money. but we're taking care of our veterans. Well, we have the same choice on jobs, because now not only are wages rising, but very importantly, you've got a choice of jobs. If you don't like what you're doing, you got to want to wake up. I do. Despite all of the stuff that we go through, and despite being in the swamp of Washington, and it is a swamp, but we are knocking the hell out of the swamp creatures, as we call them. We're knocking the hell. They've never had a time like this. They say, what the hell is going on? But I love getting up in the morning. I love what I do because I'm doing a service for millions of people, and I love it. Well, jobs are the same thing. You got to love it, and if you don't love it, get something else. So not only do you have rising wages, you have choice. You can go out if you're unhappy with your job, you don't like the boss, you don't like something, go out. You have 6, 7, 8 alternatives, and you'll find something that you really do love, and you really do look forward to waking up in the morning and going to work. Last year, a record 73% of newly employed workers